Hello, lads. Personalised number plate job, then, is it?
Rob, come on! Hey, come here! Felder! Come here! Come on, get up!
Robbo, what are you doing here?
Oh, hello, Mr. Lawrence. I was just passing to see if you required any assistance. Good job I did, eh?
So, he actually turned up to watch then, did he?
Yeah, can you believe it?
I can believe anything of Robbo Robbins.
You know, I really thought we'd seen the last of him.
Can I help you, sir?
Yeah, I'd like to talk to Detective Constable Lyons, please.
Can I say what about?
If you just tell him it's Robbo.
Hey, Robbo!
Oh, hello, Sarge.
Thought you were living down in Hastings these days.
Oh, I was.
Hello, Mike.
Was it a flying visit?
No, I moved back a couple of months ago.
Really?
Sorry, I'm afraid he's still out at lunch.
Oh, no prizes for guessing where I'll find him at this time of day, eh? I'll be seeing you then, Sarge.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
Oh, but here. It's a nice class of girl you're getting here these days.
Do you know him then, Sarge?
Used to be a special.
What, one of ours?
Before your time. What did he want?
Tosh Lines.
Yeah, I think you're quite right. Oh, I don't believe it.
Now, how did I know I'd find you in here then, eh, Mr. Lawrence?
Elementary, I would have thought, Robbo, for a bloke like you. Oh, by the way, many thanks for the tip-off. It was a nice one, that.
Oh, that's just part of the service. Oh, here, it wasn't broken, was it? The kids' Hooter?
Oh, very. In fact, in two places.
Only two? I must be losing my touch.
How's you gone to those blokes anyway?
How? By keeping my eyes and ears open, that's how, which is what a lot more people should be doing these days.
Good God. Who the hell let you in here, Robbo?
Oh, hello, Mr. Burnside.
I thought you were dead. Must be just wishful thinking. So, what brings you scuttling back? I'd have thought it was just your dab, Hastings. All those rows and rows of oily female bodies lying there topless.
Evil you are, Mr. Burnside, always were. Right then, what's everybody having it?
Not for me, thanks. I've got to get back.
Yeah, nor me, Robbo. I'm due in court 5 minutes since. And by the sound of things, I'm going to be there till midnight, so I won't be seeing you till tomorrow at the earliest, Tosh. Right, but I'm sure Tosh will have one with you. He owes you one, doesn't he, after that nice little result you got him this morning? Take your time, nothing spoiling.
Cheers, Gov.
See you, Robbo.
Yeah, soon, I hope, yeah. Now, that's what I call a couple, Mr. Lyons. Is Mr. Burnside.
You reckon, do you?
There should be a few more about like him.
He speaks well of you, too.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I still think Robbo should have been nicked over that Peeping Tom business, Gov.
Yeah, well, no one wanted a scandal. It was thought easier at the time for someone to have a quiet word. Suggests that perhaps early retirement might be in order.
So how did he come to be Tosh Lyons' own private snout then?
Because when Robbo was a special, Tosh, being Tosh, made the fatal mistake of listening to him once. Which is why, now he's back, he's adopted him again.
So what brought you back then? Only I can remember you telling me that the only way anybody was going to get you out of that bungalow was in a box.
Well, as it happened, it wasn't me that ended up in the box, Mr. Lyons.
I'm sorry?
Oh, you didn't hear about my Nora, then?
No, I didn't.
A couple of months back.
What, while you were still down there?
That's why I came back. Seaside's no place to be, Mr. Hill. Not when you're on your own.
No, I suppose not. I'm sorry about that, Robbo. She was all right, was Nora.
Yeah, she was quite a lady, yes. Mind you, she'd have to be to put up with me all those years.
Well, that's certainly true, yeah.
Yeah, it's called a spade, did Nora. Yeah. Just a figure of my wit with all her nagging.
Then don't they all?
Yeah. Right, it's a funny thing that, you know. That's something I wouldn't have thought I would miss. Her going on about things. You know, sometimes, when the house is so quiet, you can hear the clocks ticking.
Morning, sir.
Morning. Morning.
Let the lights off, sir.
We'll turn them off then.
Get it out.
Morning, sir. I'm sorry about that.
It's all right, Alex. It's a fair comment on the day so far.
Not bad.
I woke up this morning with a feeling today was going to be bad. Nothing has yet happened to make me feel otherwise.
Everything becomes a wind-up.
Everything usually is a wind-up, Alec.
Best thing to do is to close your office door.
Yeah. And tell the world to foxtrot Oscar.
I noticed the chief super's in already.
Marvellous. Morning, Tom.
Morning, sir.
Can I get you a drink? Does it do margaritas? With milk and sugar. How else to drink them?
Oh, morning, sir. I've left a notice on your desk about the Federation Charity Fund, man. I thought you might be interested.
I'm flattered, Hollis.
Good morning, sir.
It is.
Mr. Brownlow is looking for you.
Ah, Derek. I thought I heard you coming. I've just had Area on the phone. They want us to supply a 1, 2 and a 20 for a demo on Sunday. Well, it shouldn't be a problem. I'll get the duty sergeant onto it. Well, he's on his annual leave. That's why I'm passing it on to you. Well, what about his deputy? Oh, he's on sick leave. His wife's giving birth. So I'm delegating Derek, and I'm delegating this to you, all right? Fine, sir. I'll get it sorted. Thank you. They want the numbers today, so ASAP. Oh, Derek. Do you, close the door?
Morning.
Who do I see about making a complaint?
What kind of complaint, sir?
A complaint, Sergeant, against the officer who broke my son's nose yesterday.
Well, if you'd like to sit down, I'll attend to it for you.
I'm off for breakfast, Sarge.
Fine. While you're at it, will you see if Tosh Lines is about yet?
Right, Sarge.
Can I help you, madam?
I hope so.
So what does he want then? It wasn't me who broke his son's nose.
Well, from what I could see, Tosh, your head on a platter would do for starters.
Oh, great. Can you believe this?
There's an old Chinese proverb, Tosh. He who takes in stray dog mustn't be surprised if he ends up with wet trouser leg.
Telephone call for you, Tosh. Your mate, Robbo.
How many years would I get if I killed him?
Could you describe this bloke then, Sarge?
Yeah, medium height, ordinary looking, definitely not young.
Oh, cuts it down a bit.
Look, it was 1 o'clock in the morning, all right? You just get out there and start having a sniff round, all right?
Right, Sarge.
We can do the 1, 2 and 20, sir, but it does mean cancelling leave with less than 8. Whose decision is that? Well, mine, sir. Look, do you mind walking and talking? I mean, I've got a briefing at the yard and I'm late already. I've looked at the figures. It is a Sunday, and cancelling is the only way it can be done. I'm afraid we can't afford that solution. Have you thought about taking the relief down to a minimum? That's always risky, sir, and even paring down to rock bottom, we can't get 20 together without cancelling leave. What about volunteers? If the budget won't allow it, you'll have to tell Area we can't supply. I don't like to be negative, Derek. We should oblige if we can. Have another look at the possibilities. Fine, sir, fine. All right, Derek, thank you. Do you think this is the one?
Yeah, I think so.
That was quick.
Yeah. You dropped us right in it with that bloke you hit yesterday.
Do what?
That kid. He's thinking of pressing charges.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Mr. Lawrence. I mean, if it comes to court, of course, I'll testify it was me. I mean, I was only doing my duty, having a go like any good citizen should.
That makes me feel a lot better. What's going on, Robbo?
You'll see. Come on. Careful, Molly, don't see you out the window. There he is. Been there since 8:30 this morning.
Look, Robbo, I thought you said some sort of break-in was in progress.
Well, he's going to be, just as soon as Mr. Gray leaves for work.
Who the hell's Mr. Gray?
Bloke who lives next door. He's got a little shop round the corner. Right little gold mine, I can tell you.
So what makes you so sure that he's going to turn over next door?
Of course, I've been watching, haven't I? He's definitely got the place under surveillance.
You can tell all this, can you, Robert? I mean, at this distance?
I can with these.
What time you got, Jim?
25 to.
And what time's this Mr. Gray leave for work?
About 1:45, usually.
Right then. 10 minutes and we're off.
Shall I put the kettle on then?
How much longer are we going to be kept waiting here?
I'm sorry about this, sir. We're still having trouble locating the officer in charge of the case.
Watch my lips, Sergeant. It's not the officer in charge of the case I want to speak to. It's somebody in charge of him. Now, are you going to get me somebody, or would you rather I come back with my solicitor?
Well, if you'd like to sit down again, Mr. Johnson, I'll try again, OK?
Ah, Andrew, just the man. Look, I'm afraid I'm going to have to cut your relief down to 1 panda on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, so what is that?
Area want us to supply 2 cereals for a demonstration.
And how many are you looking for from me?
7. Look, I know it leaves you bare, but the home beat are on.
Not really the point, though, is it? I'm sure most of the lads wouldn't object to cancelling leave. I could use the overtime myself.
Mr. Brownlow won't wear it. I have tried.
Funny old smell.
Yeah. One of the first things you stopped changing your socks, they reckon, when you left on your own. Ah, Robbo. So you reckon your neighbour next door is worth a bob or two, is he?
Oh, yeah, coining it, yeah. Is he declaring it all? That's what I'd like to know.
Is there a Mrs. Gray?
Yeah, right sluttish cow, if you ask me. Yeah, not a bad-looking piece, though, for her age.
Where is she now, then?
Tucked up in bed, I shouldn't wonder. She's got a job as a croupier or something in that casino in town.
Well, she's in for a shock if this geezer out there is a burglar.
No, she doesn't get in till late. She's dead to the world till tea time.
He won't know that, will he?
Well, he should do if he's done his homework on the place.
Is this Gray now?
Yeah, that's him, yeah.
Hey, let's have a look.
There you are. What did I tell you, eh?
Hey, come on. Right, Jim, you take the front.
Who the hell are you?
It's all right, Mrs. No cause for concern. I'm from Sunhill Police.
What do you want?
Well, we got a telephone call from one of your neighbours. Someone suspicious hanging around. And, well, when I saw your companion here coming in through the patio, we naturally jumped to the conclusion that some sort of burglary was taking place.
You're telling me that you've just walked in through my patio windows just like that?
Well, yes.
How dare you?
Now, look, Mrs. Gray, I mean, I've tried to explain.
Of course he has, Carol. I mean, there's no harm done. We don't want any fuss, do we?
You great pillock.
Who are you? DC Carver, Sunhill Police.
Oh, my God.
Carol! Carol! What the hell's going on, Tosh?
No! No!
Excuse me, I'll get out. Come on.
Oh, my God.
So, what you're alleging is that your nose was broken by one of my officers. Is that right, Mr. Johnson?
Right.
He struck you then, did he?
He knocked me over with the car door, didn't he?
And that's how your nose came to be broken, was it, sir? As a result of this collision?
Right.
My information is that the person who opened the car door wasn't a police officer. He was, in fact, a member of the public who decided to assist my officer in making his arrest.
Is that true?
He's just saying that, isn't he, Dad? To get them off the hook.
We have, of course, taken a statement from the man concerned. In fact, he will be called as a witness should the case come to court. However, if your son should wish to make a complaint against him, Mr. Johnson, that is his right. Is that what you want to do?
What I can't understand is why did Gray go shooting at them like that?
No big mystery there, Gov. He got a phone call, didn't he?
Who from, Robbo?
Looks like it.
Telling him what, for God's sake? That his old lady's bit on the side has just been caught offside?
That his house was being burgled, apparently.
So you reckon you've seen this bloke as well then, do you, Mrs. Green?
Well, not last night I didn't. Last week, though.
And where was this?
Round the back there.
And we're not the only ones, you know. Been going on for a couple of months now, this has. Dirty old devil.
You're both quite sure it was the same man then, are you?
Well, it was the glasses, you see.
The glasses?
Oh, yeah. Now, a couple of people have mentioned them.
If you can prove, then just take the details.
Bob, have you got a minute?
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
The demonstration on Sunday, I need 7 from the relief. Can you sort out some names for me?
7? It's going to leave us a bit short.
I know that. It's not my idea.
What about cancelling leave?
Can't afford it. Anyway, I've been through the arguments once with Chief Inspector Conway.
Chief Inspector? Why can't the duty sergeant deal with it?
Annual leave.
Good Pushy number. What about his deputy?
Wife's in labour. That qualifies him for sick leave, apparently.
Very progressive. 7?
Yes, if you could. I need them as quickly as you can.
I'll see what I can do.
Right, Mr. Axton, if you'd like to sign there, there, and there. Thank you.
What happens now then?
Well, Mr. Gray will be charged and brought before the court in the usual way.
Well, that is absolutely necessary, is it?
How do you mean, sir?
Well, what I mean is, if I should decide not to prefer charges like after all, there is my own wife to consider, you see, and the children.
I see.
Tosh.
Yes, Bob?
What about Robbins?
Oh, yeah.
Where's he been living since he came back to haunt us?
Up on the Sedley Road.
Is he?
Why?
Well, it's just that we've had a few complaints about a so-called peeping Tom on the Dover estate, which can't be more than, what, a midnight stroll from now?
How long's it been going on?
A few weeks.
Could be a coincidence.
If it wasn't for the glasses.
What glasses?
Field glasses that he's been seen with slung around his neck. And if my memory serves me right, wasn't that Robbo's M.O. when he was in the frame a few years ago?
It was, yeah. And I know for a fact that he's got a pair. I saw them this morning. He uses them for his neighbourhood watch activities.
Tosh,
Yeah?
there's a Mrs. Gray at the desk asking for you.
I'll be right with her.
I'm going to do some checking on Mr. Robbins.
Keep me posted, eh?
Yeah.
I've just got to see this woman.
Axton doesn't want to press charges.
Surprise, surprise.
What's happening to my husband?
Well, in view of the fact that Mr. Axton doesn't want to press charges, we simply either let him go or wait till he's cooled off a bit.
So what are you going to do?
Well, hey, look, take a seat. Is he likely to be violent, your husband?
You saw him, love. How would you put it?
Now, what I'm saying is he likely to take it out on you if we let him go?
Wouldn't be the first time.
So, if we were to keep him in a while, that would at least give us the chance to arrange some alternative accommodation.
What, one of those refuges you mean for battered wives? Yeah, that'd be the day.
What will you do then?
What I usually do, go to my mother's for a few days. He'll come round, he always has before.
Right then.
Tell me something.
If I can.
It was him next door who called you lot in, wasn't it?
Was it?
Hope you realise you've been used.
Used?
By him to get his own back.
To get his own back on who?
Me, of course, for sending him packing last week.
What happened last week?
Nothing happened. That's what's upset him. Look, he tried it on, right?
What, Mr. Robbins?
Well, I burst out laughing. Couldn't help it. Sorry I did, though. I could see he was livid. Look, I can understand him getting a bit frisky, especially since his wife's walked out on him. But him and me, my God, it's pathetic.
What do you mean, since his wife walked out?
Look, I'm assuming that's what happened. I mean, she was here with him the first week they moved in. Then all of a sudden, she wasn't anymore.
When did you last see her?
Well, I've just said a few weeks back. Why?
Yes, all right, I'm just curious. Anyway, listen, I'll have a word with the custody sergeant. See if we can keep him for a few more hours, eh?
Yeah, thanks.
Pleasure. Ta-ra.
Robbo Robbins.
I'm listening.
I've been on to Barton Street to see if they've had any reports.
And?
I've had one from Queen's Avenue and another one from the Ferrymead estate.
It's a bit far afield, isn't it?
Well, last time we had complaints as far away as the Sandhurst Road.
Yeah? Anywhere else?
No, nothing from Stafford Road.
Who you got on 3 beat at the moment?
Garfield, why?
I just wanted to check something for me.
What?
When Robbo's missus last collected her pension.
Nora? I thought she died months ago down in Hastings.
So did I.
Well, she certainly used to collect her pension here. She's a nice little woman. We always had a word.
And when was the last time? Can you check?
No, I don't have to. I can remember. It must be, what? Oh, a couple of weeks ago now. In fact, I remember saying to my husband, I wonder if she's poorly or something.
Yeah, all right. Thanks a lot, love. Cheers.
Sierra Oscar from 218 receiving, over.
Go ahead, 218.
Yeah, could I speak to Tosh Lyons, please?
Yeah, that's the one you want.
Thanks, Sergeant.
What happened with Garfield? What? No, come round. Right, leave for a save it across the bottom, yeah? I said...
Oh, give us the keys. I'll get the car. Cheers.
I said, what happened with Garfield?
Oh, she's been collecting a pension. Well, she wasn't until a couple of weeks ago. We're just going round there now for a chat.
Robbo's got a lot to explain.
There's a lot to explain first time he was questioned about it.
Well, no one wants to wash their dirty linen in public.
That's what Burnside said. I don't agree with him either.
Oh, well, in your commission, it'll all be different, Jim.
Closing ranks, keep it in their family. Do you think that's right?
What I think doesn't matter.
Well, it does if it makes a difference who gets put away and who doesn't.
All right, I'll keep it in mind, Jim. I'll keep it in mind. Now, you're wanted.
Yeah.
Where is she, Robbo?
I told you, 6 feet under down in Hastings.
Which cemetery?
That big one, I can't remember the name of it.
You can't remember where your own wife is buried?
I could have done if you hadn't have asked me. I'm like that sometimes. My memory goes a blank. Look, if you give us a minute, I'll remember it.
Robert, up until a month ago, your wife was still collecting her pension from the sub-post office just down the road.
No.
Yes! We've checked with the DHSS, Mr. Robbins.
Must be a mistake on the computers. I never did like them computers.
Has she left you? Is that what it is? And you're getting lonely in the evenings?
Where you going?
To have a look around, all right?
You got a warrant, have you?
Where were you last night, Robert?
Oh, I was watching the telly until quite late. I couldn't sleep. I had trouble sleeping.
You were up on the estate, weren't you?
The estate?
Yeah, we got witnesses this time, Robert. You were seen.
She's upstairs, Tosh.
I didn't mean to, you know. She kept going on. And on and on and on. And I'll come in what time I like at night, I said, and what I've been doing and where I've been. It's no business of yours, woman. I must have caught her at a funny angle, like, harder than I meant. And well, after I... You see, I didn't know what to do with her.